Hi guys, in this video you will learn how to create Dan Koe animation in CapCut.
Stop limiting ourselves. We have to prioritize always. I call it a trifactor. I prioritize 3 things at a time. And then when I get those 3 done, I go to 3 other things. I get those 3 done, I go to 3 other things. That's what you have to do, but never limit yourself.
I have already added the audio to the timeline. We'll add the background over here and let's just expand it till the end. For the first scene, we have the bottle which comes to the bottom and the ball which goes inside the bottle. Let's recreate this scene. Let's drag the bottle to a timeline. Let's keep it till around 2 seconds. Always remember, keep the element in its final position and then later on we can animate it. Let's add the cap as well. Resize it. Now select both the layers and increase the size. Now go to blend and let's decrease the opacity because we want it to be little transparent. Maybe around 50 looks good. Now let's start with the keyframes. Let's go to the start for the bottle. Add a keyframe in position. Go ahead to around 1 second. At 1 second, it should be over here. So again, add a keyframe over here. Let's go ahead. At again, end of this clip, it should again vanish from the screen. So again, add a keyframe. At this position, we can take it out. Let's go back. For going back to the last keyframe, you can use this button. Again, let's go back to the first. At this position, again, it should be out. Like this.
Stop limiting ourselves.
We need it to stay for a few seconds at this position. So we'll do one thing. Add a keyframe. Again over here. Let's see what was the position. At this position, everything was 0, 0, 0. So let's go back over here and make this 0 as well. So it will look something like this. It will come over here and it will go out. Perfect. We'll give it an easy effect later on, but for now, let's first animate the cap as well. We'll follow the same principles for it, but before we do anything, we need to make sure that right now if we rotate this, in CapCut we have this issue. It gets rotated from this middle point. In order to avoid that, let's do one thing. Let's keep it in the middle, somewhere over here. Let me zoom out. Yeah, let's keep it in the middle. Well, this is the middle point, right? Then right click on this and create it into a compound clip. This way, if you rotate now, you can see it's perfectly rotating from this point, which is our middle point. Let's make this 0 for now. Now let's keep it. Okay, let's go back to our 1 second point, this point. At this position, let's keep the cap perfectly on top of our bottle. Okay, like this. Go back over here. This is the position where it is going to fit perfectly on top of the bottle. So add a keyframe over here. Go to the last keyframe. Again, add a keyframe at this point. At this point, we need to rotate it. So let's rotate it like this. Okay. And let's see what was, it is 2516. Let's copy this, go over here and put 2516. It's minus 2516. So click over here on this point and let's put minus 2516. Okay. Let's take it up. Let's see this. So if I come up, it is going down. But while going down, this cap needs to be open. So we'll make sure that it is open like this. It's completely open over here. Perfect. So as you can see, while it is going down, we are getting the animation that the cap is opening. Now let's add few more keyframes. Come back over here. At this position again, the cap should be open. Add a keyframe and let's open the cap. For opening the cap, instead of doing it one by one and rotate, you can also play around with this. And you can keep it over here like this. Perfect.
Limiting ourselves.
So over here, it will come, it will close and it goes down. And at that time, immediately we don't want it to open. So we'll do one thing. We'll add a keyframe over here. And at this position, we'll keep this at 0. Let's place it perfectly on top. See.
Limiting.
Till now, it closes, it goes down. While going down, it opens. Perfect. Now finally, let's add our final keyframe. Let's go to the start, add a keyframe. And in this, all we need to do is place the cap over here. We don't need to make any changes in rotate. So all I need to do is just play around with this. Let's make this minus 1000, maybe 1500. Let me just zoom in. Okay.
Stop limiting ourselves.
Now let's add the ball to the scene. We'll drag it and keep it on the top. Let's decrease the size a bit. We need to decrease it such that it fits perfectly in the bottle of the neck. Let's decrease it further. Something like this looks good. At the start, we'll keep it in the middle. So go back, go to effects, and let's add play pendulum on top of it to give it a floating effect. Let's go to my favorites. This is the one. Drag play pendulum on top of it. With the centers around 40, twist at 32, sharpen around 50, and speed at 7. If I zoom in, you can see we can get a subtle floating effect like this. Perfect. Now click on this, go to video, make sure that it is on layer 1. Perfect. Now let's animate the circle. At the start, it's fine. When it goes inside the bottle, at that time, we need to showcase as if it is going little lower in the bottle. So we'll do one thing. Over here, we'll add a keyframe in transform. Go ahead. At that time, when it is inside the bottle, we'll move it towards the middle, somewhere over here. Perfect. Again, when the bottle is going down, at that time, it should go down along with the bottle. And when the cap opens up, at that time, it should come up and again, it should stay in the middle. So let's do it one by one. So as you can see over here, the bottle is going down. So we'll keep it like this over here. Somewhere over here, it should come up. So we'll do one thing. Again, at this position, let's take it out of the circle. And finally, at this position, let's zoom out. Let's see this. Okay. At this position, it is out. It is going down. Okay. So it goes inside this bottle 110. So we'll do one thing. At this position where it is constant, we'll keep it at 110. This is minus 110. Okay. But then when the bottle starts going down, at that time, it should also go down. So we'll keep it over here. Then at this position, it can come out of the bottle and then again rise towards the middle. So at this position, we can keep it again in the center. Perfect. Let's see this animation. So this is happening too fast. So we'll do one thing. The last one, let's keep it little ahead. Perfect. But before we do anything else, let's add some keyframe animations. Just right click over here and click on show variable speed animation. Let's expand this so that we get enough space. All we need to do is select the keyframe and keep it as auto curve. Keep it as auto curve over here. Same for Y. Keep it as auto curve in both the places. Over here as well. Let's close this one. Let's do the same for this. Right click, show variable keyframes. Scale is fine because we are not making any change in scale. Let's open X. Let's keep it as auto curve. Same with Y. Let's keep it as auto curve. Same with Y. Let's keep it auto curve. You might need to make some small changes to our positions over here, but we'll do it later. It's fine. Finally, even for this, let's add a auto curve. Let's see in rotate. Perfect. Let's add auto curve over here. Awesome. And finally, let's do it for the ball as well. Let's click on this. Show keyframe animation. X is fine. For the Y, let's quickly add the auto curve. Perfect. Let's close this. Let's go to the start. We'll see. This is perfect. Okay. They are getting a small issue. While it is going down, the cap is going faster. So we'll do one thing. Let's click on the cap. At this position, it's fine. At this position, it's going under. So we'll just keep it over here on the top. Okay. Then later on, it's opening up. So when it is opening up, we'll again need to make some small changes. We'll keep it over here like this. Again, at the end, we can delete this one for now. Let's see this. This is fine. Let's delete this one. Let's delete this one. Okay. So while this is going down, at this point, this should also be over here. So as this is going down, again, it should be over here at this point. So we'll do quickly one thing. Okay. We can change this and we can keep it something like this. That way, while it is going down, it will be on top of this. Perfect. Let's see the animation till now. Let's take the player to the start. So the bottle will come in. The ball will go inside. The cap will close. And again, the bottle will go down. At that time, the cap will open and the ball will come up and then come towards the middle. Perfect. Let's do one thing. Right click over here. Go to keyframe animations. Let's click on this and add a keyframe. This way, it will come up in a smooth, easy effect. Perfect. Let's again click on this and let's give it a auto curve. Awesome. Now let's go to the next step. Let's close this. Again, you can press Alt plus K. At this position, the ball is going to turn from 1 to 3 and we're also going to get the numbers 1 to 3 on top of it. For doing that, we need to take 2 copies of this. So we'll do one thing. At this position where it is going to rest over here, let's cut it, take copy number 1 and copy number 2. First, we'll create all of them and then we'll arrange it on the left and on the right. Let's go to text and add default text on top of this. We can stretch it till the end so that if we want to later on, if you want to trim it, we can trim it. But for now, let's stretch them. Perfect. Same with this one. Let's stretch it till the end. Perfect. Now on this, let's zoom in. Let's set the word 1. Let's change the font. I'm going to keep it as Poppins. Increase the size. I want to give it a shadow. So I'm going to use this preset. Perfect. Now select any one. Let's drag the text first till the end. Now select a text and the first layer. Right click on this and create a compound clip. Press V to hide it for now. Again, we'll do it one more time. Drag layer 2. Drag default text to our timeline. Let's say 2. Again, use the font, increase the size. We'll use the preset, drag it till the end. Again, select another layer, maybe with this second one, and the text layer, right click and click on compound clip. We've got two layers. Again, press V to hide it, and let's do it one last time. Drag the text layer to a timeline, drag it till the end. Let's say 3, pop in black, increase the size, right click, and create a compound clip. Perfect. We can press V and again V to add all of them. So this was the one. So what we need to do is quickly add keyframes. Let's go to video, add a keyframe in transform. Maybe let's go a few frames ahead, add another keyframe and drag it like this to the left. While dragging it, we also need to make sure that the opacity is kept as 100. So let's click over here in blend, add a keyframe in opacity, go back to the start. At this point, it can be around 60 or 50. Let's keep it 50. We get a subtle effect like this. We'll do the same for layer 2 and layer 3. For layer 2, it needs to depend on the same place, so we don't need to worry about it. Go to video, in basic, add a keyframe in blend. At this position, it needs to be around 50. But let's do one thing. First, let's see where did we add it for clip 1. Okay, at this position, again go to video, add a keyframe. Over here, it's 100. Let's go back. At this position, let's make it 50. Perfect. Let's do it for layer 3 as well. Go to video. This time we need to put it on the right. Add a keyframe over here. Again, at this position, we need to shift it over here on the right. Perfect. Go to blend, add a keyframe 100. Go back to the start and keep it as 50. Now we forgot to do one thing. At this position, this one, we need this circle. We did not take a copy of this. So we'll do one thing. At this position, let's cut it, press Alt and drag it and keep it on top. Expand it till here. Scroll down and keep it on layer 4. This way, you can see we get a perfect effect wherein the circle comes in and then turns to 1, 2 and 3. Awesome. Let's see the animation till now. It goes inside, it comes up in the middle and comes 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Next effect will start at around 4 seconds. For this, we need to keep 1 over here, 2 here and 3 on the left. Let's do it quickly. This is our layer 1. Go to video, add a keyframe in transform and let's keep it over here. Let's select 2, go to video, add a keyframe in transform. Now go 10 frames to the left, add a keyframe, again come over here and shift this like this. Maybe we can keep it over here. Perfect. This looks much better. I will do it for the third as well. Add a keyframe and this will shift somewhere over here. It is not going to shift that much. Okay. So 1 will go up, 2 will go over here and 3 will come little over here. So it should look something like this. Perfect. By the way, if you're loving the video till this moment, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free for you, but it really helps me a lot. Now let's move on to the next step. Once they're at this position, we want 3 lines which make a triangle over here and then we want to add the word trifactor on top of it. Let's do it one at a time. Go to text and add a default text to a timeline. Again, stretch it till ahead, add some dashes. We are going to create a line. Let's rotate it over here, scroll down, decrease the character size. Even if it is on the top, don't worry about it, as later on we can adjust the layer position. Yes, even this is looking fine. Firstly, let's place 3 of them. Let's change the color. We'll keep it something like this. Scroll down, decrease the opacity, and I want to give it a glow. Okay, this is looking nice. Now right click on this and create it into a compound clip. Go to video, click on mask. We'll need to add a horizontal mask. Come over here, rotate this like this, add a keyframe in mask, come ahead and drag this down. Perfect. Again, go to basic, scroll down and let's keep it on layer 1. This way, the line will go behind 1 and 3. Let's see this. Awesome. Now let's take a copy of this, pressing Alt and drag it up. Let's see this. Okay. For this one, let's zoom out and all we need to do is rotate it like this. This way, we don't have to do all the steps again. Let's come to the start. Let's come to the end and we can place it over here. Perfect. See, this saves us a lot of time. Now let's take a copy one more time, pressing Alt and drag it up. Let's again come ahead. This time, we want to keep it on this side, like this, to complete the triangle. Let's zoom in. Okay, this is looking super cool. Let's play this. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Now, once we have all 3 lines, we need to add that word trifactor over here. So let's drag one more text layer. Come over here. Let's add the word trifactor. Let's change the font. We'll keep it as Poppins, make it uppercase, scroll down. I want to give it a subtle background. Let's click on this one. Let's decrease the opacity. And I want to keep it as white. You can decrease the opacity and keep it around 10. See like this. 1, 2, 3, and the word comes in. While it is going to come in, we want it to come in a faded way. So go to animation and click on fade in. Perfect. Once we complete this, we again want the numbers to come over here as 1, 2, and 3. For that, let's start with the next set of animations. Okay, this is looking cool. It can stay on the screen for a second, and later on, we want to make this vanish. So let's click on the line, go to animation, and we are going to go to out animation and make it fade out. Let's trim it over here, maybe around 7 seconds. Okay, let's add a fade out. Perfect. Let's do it for the others as well. Only for the lines, go to animation, in out animation, fade out. And same for this, in the out animation, fade out. 1, 2, 3, this will come in. Okay, perfect. Same with this one, animation, out animation, we need to give it a fade out. This can last just for 2 seconds, 0.2 seconds. Perfect. Now at that time when this vanishes, we need to arrange the numbers as I mentioned in 1, 2, and 3. So we'll do it one by one. Let's click on our 1. This is our 1. Perfect. So click on the video, add a keyframe in transform. We are adding this keyframe till this position. We don't want any movement to happen for this number. Let's move ahead now. At this position, let's bring it over here. 1 will come here. Let's do the same for 2. Add a keyframe. At this position, we can keep it over here. So let's do it one last time for 3. Add a keyframe transform, move ahead, and let's keep it over here like this. Let's see if this is looking nice. Perfect. When this comes in, we wanted to add 3 lines over here like 1, 2, and 3. For that, we can reuse these lines. Let's do it for 1 and then let's see how it looks for the others. First line should start around here. So we'll do one thing. Let's rotate it like this. Over here, we want these lines to be white. So just double click over here, click on this line, change the color to white, and let's increase the size. Something like this looks good. If you want to increase the width, you can increase it by increasing the font size. Let's go back. Okay, I want it. This looks good, but I want it to be bigger. So we'll do one thing. Again, double click, change this to Poppins Black. Let's increase the size like this. Over here, you can reduce the dashes. Let's see if this is cool. Okay, this is going outside, right? So we'll do one thing. Let's decrease few. Okay, let's keep it over here. So our first line will look something like this. Perfect. So let's add 2 more lines. Press Alt and drag this up. Okay, let's place it over here. Let's do it one more time. Press Alt and drag it up. This time, let's place it on front of 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Let's see this.
Things at a time. And then when I get those 3.
Awesome. Now let's move on to the final motion. At this point, we need to just cut it over here. Perfect. And then come to the end. At this point, or in fact, little ahead where this one ends. At this point, we'll again need to cut it. We're doing this because we'll need to create one big compound clip. I'll show you how we can do it in a second. Just select by pressing Ctrl all the clips, right click and create a compound clip. Perfect. Now all we need to do is just take a copy of this, drag it up. Let's delete the rest for now. We'll expand it till here and we have to decrease the size of this and increase the size of the top one. So we'll do it one by one. First, let's hide this by pressing V. Here, decrease the size. So once we have all of them in our screen like this, perfect. Then add a keyframe over here in transform. Go ahead somewhere over here around 10-11 seconds. Again add a keyframe and decrease the size like this. Then go to blend and also let's decrease the opacity all the way to maybe around 10. Let's go over here. At this point, it should be 100. Let's see this. Perfect. Right click. Let's see the keyframes. Click over here. Go to keyframe graphs and let's give it a cubic ease. As you can see over here, the opacity is decreasing over here. At the same point, we want this layer to be showcased. So let's V. Now this is properly visible. At this frame, it should be over here. Let's add a keyframe. Let's go back. At this position, it can be completely outside. Maybe somewhere over here. Let's increase the scale by a lot. Perfect. We can do one more thing. We can also play around with the opacity. At this position, add a keyframe opacity and reduce it. We can make it absolutely 0. Okay. At around here, we can increase the opacity like this. Perfect. Let's see this. Okay. Perfect. Let's increase this till the end. Perfect. Let's see this now. Try factor. It goes over here. We get the 3 lines. This goes Again, we get a new ones. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you want to learn how to edit like Ali Abdal, make sure to check out this video. I will catch you next time.